Welcome to the beautiful world of aquascaping, to the Green Aqua Gallery. I brought you some flowers. Lovely, isn't it? But I don't want to talk about flowers today. I want to talk about this Nano Aquarium. Nano is a very popular subject among aquascapers because you can start with this on a low budget. You don't need many plants, you don't need a lot of soil, you don't need a lot of hardscape, and you can build a beautiful tank on a low budget, on a relatively low budget. This is a very good opportunity for you to see whether aquariums or the aquascaping hobby is good for you. You can try your skills in building a beautiful little tank, and we're going to help you with that today. What I have here right next to me is an ADA Nature Aquarium Cube Garden. Let me open it for you. You need scissors for that, and I'm going to cut the straps. And I'm gonna take the cover off. There you go. And I'm gonna throw everything out and take the aquarium. Hold it with one hand. Don't do this at home. This is a beautiful 4mm glass thickness opti-white ADA aquarium, 20 liters in total. And it has a spotless look, and the exact measurements are 36 by 22 by 26 centimeters. All right. Let's start with me taking the gloves on. Many of you guys asked whether I need gloves for making an aquarium. No, you don't really need those. I just like to protect my hands, so this is why I'm gonna put this on. Beautiful gloves from the Black Magic that we got from a friend of ours, Yuris. Thank you so much. It's a Moss Cotton brand, and we really like it. Let's start with building the hardscape, or let's start with putting in the soil. I'm going to use 3 types of soils now. You have the ADA Aqua Soil Amazonia, which will go to the bottom. We are not using Power Sand Special or Power Sand at all in this aquarium because we're going to just have a couple of foreground plants, and maybe we will use root sticks in order to provide some more nutrients, and we hope that in this small nano aquarium, the ADA Aqua Soil Amazonia and the ferts, the ADA ferts that we're going to provide, we're going to use the ADA mineral, and we're going to use the ADA Brighty K to fertilize the plants, and the plants will get enough ferts from those and the soil itself, so it's going to be fine. We're not going to use any base layer fertilizing substrate in this tank. On the top of the ADA Amazonia, we're going to use the ADA Aqua Soil Amazonia powder, which is a smaller grain size ADA soil. And it's much easier to plant in the substrate when it has a smaller grain size, especially with plants that have smaller roots. It's much easier to push the roots in, but you will see in a moment. As decoration, we are going to use the ADA Colorado sand. You have it here, and it's a beautiful reddish sand, and it will help accentuate the brownish and reddish color of the wood that I'm planning to use. This is the ironwood that I have here prepared. And I also have the dragon stones here, just small pieces of it. We don't need a lot of hardscape for a nano tank. Let's start with the ADA Aqua Soil Amazonia. And I'm gonna put this in the back a little bit, and I'm gonna use some more from a 3-liter bag. I'm just gonna pour it in, only in the back, nowhere else at this moment. And I'm just gonna stop here now, and I'm gonna come back to the Amazonia later. So let's see what we're doing. I'm gonna arrange it a little bit, and I'm gonna put some rocks in the front. I'm going to put the dragon stones between the foreground sand and the Amazonia here to have a nice boundary between those two. All right, so let's find a suitable rock in the foreground. What I'm looking for here at this point is that the rock should lean against the side glass as smoothly as possible, and it should stop the Amazonia from coming to the foreground. So that's pretty fine there. And I'm gonna use additional rocks, smaller ones, to continue that line that I wanna make here. And then I'm going to pour in sand, the cosmetic sand in the foreground. Usually you don't need a lot. 1 cup of it was enough. And make sure that you use a sand flattener and flatten the sand here. You don't need a lot of sand in the foreground, So you can just make it nice and even, and you can increase the height as you go towards the back of the aquarium. And let's use the wider side of the sand flattener to make it even more nice and even. Is it flat enough? Maybe yes. So let's leave it like that, and let's use the Amazonia to the back. So fill it up. I'm just pouring it to the back like that and arranging it with my hands. So you have a nice layout that will start from the right side and go towards the left side. So let's see what we're gonna do with the wood. The wood is prepared, it's ready. This is the hardscape, ironwood glued together, and I used some coconut fiber to hide the glue that was used to get these pieces of wood together. And I want to show you guys how I made this. So I brought you different pieces of wood, and I'm gonna show it how I selected. So first I have a main wood here, and then I'm using another wood right next to it to continue the line like this. So right now this is good. You need to glue these together, and you can use the coconut fiber to have the Seachem glue that I was using to keep these pieces together. You can hide it with that. I hope you like the hardscape, and I'm gonna put it in the tank now. For that, I will really need to go to the other side, so I'm going to check it out from the other side to see how it goes. I'm very happy with the hardscape at this moment. I just need to find a good angle for it. Okay, so I am happy with the wood arrangement, and we're going to fill in some more Amazonia to the back and then arrange it nicely. You need at least 3 or 4 centimeters of Amazonia in order to be able to plant in it. So I'm going to use this sand flattener again to bring in the soil that I put in the back to the front and arrange it in the front as well. Be careful not to spill any soil on the sand. All right, ready. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the Amazonia powder to put it on the top of the regular Amazonia. Let's pour some in the front as well. All right, so we're done. And in order to be able to plant, you need to wet the soil. Plant roots will stick to the soil much easier if it's wet a little bit. But before we do that, I need to introduce some more rocks to add some detail. The more detail you have in a tank, the better. It will increase the scale of your tank, and it will add to the overall look. I'm using small pieces in the foreground, and I'm using bigger pieces in the background. So how do you like it so far? Are you happy with this? Let me ask Victor. Okay, so Victor is telling me that this is the worst hardscape by a pro again. It looks like I need a t-shirt, so can you guys send me a t-shirt? The worst hardscape by a pro ever? Thanks. It looks like I'm lacking some hardscape elements in the foreground on the right side. So what I have to do is to build some more in the foreground and to have an elevation here that would add a little bit to the beauty of the whole thing. Too big? Too small? Perfect. And we're ready. So I think the hardscape is ready, guys. Let's go with the planting. We are going to use 5 types of plants. So the first plant that I'm going to be using today is the mini Bolbitis. The official name is Bolbitis HETEROCLITA difformis. And it's a small fern which doesn't grow big, so I really like to use it in nano aquariums. It doesn't cover completely the wood. I use 6 spots of them, and I put them here and there and support it with some little rocks in the background so that they don't float up. The second plant that I want to use is the Echinodorus VESUVIUS, and this is a nice Echinodorus type that will not grow too big, but the leaves are long enough, and the general idea for me using this plant was that I wanted to use another fern type like the narrow leaf microzorum, but we don't have a small narrow leaf microzorum on the market yet. So I'm going to use this instead of a microzorum in this tank. And I'm going to use this in the background because I don't want it to cover the complete hardscape, and I don't want it to cover the fern as well. And let's go with the third plant, and this is the Bucephalandra Lamandau Mini Red. This is a nice Bucephalandra type. It has reddish color, so it will accentuate the greens of the other plants that we were using so far. And I'm going to take it in two parts, and I'm going to put it to have some patches of red here and there. I have the Elatine HYDROPIPER here. It's a small lab plant in jelly. That is a nice foreground plant, and you can just take it out of the jelly, wash the jelly off, and then use some great pincets. I'm going to use the small pincets here and just take small chunks of it and then plant it to the left side of the aquarium. And I forgot that I need to wet the soil first, so I'm going to use this thing to add a little bit of water to the soil. And also I want to keep the plants that I was using so far from being dried out. Okay, let's clean the foreground a little bit for you guys to see what am I actually doing in the aquarium. Okay, and then I keep on planting the Elatine to the foreground here on the left side. Make sure that you are not using big chunks of it because it's very difficult to keep it down. I just checked it from the front and I see that we need to go all the way to the back on the left side of the aquarium, and I think we need to raise the substrate a little bit more on the right side because I want the Elatine to be visible on the right side as well. Don't be afraid to plant as densely as possible. The more plants you have in your aquarium, the more stable the ecosystem will be in the long run and the less prone you're going to be to algae. Having a good filter is always helping, but you need to help the system with introducing as many plants as possible. This Elatina is a nice plant. The only trick to keeping it alive is to have a nice and cool water. So don't try this at home if your room has a higher temperature and you need a lot of CO2. This Rotala Red Mini is a nice red plant that will not grow high. This means that I can use it in a nano tank, and I'm going to plant it in the background. You're not going to see it at this moment, but after a couple of weeks they will grow up and the tops will show behind these plants here. So you will have a nice red finish in the background. Okay, you can see now where I plant the Rotalas in the background. Only in the center, not on the sides. Okay guys, we are ready with the planting. You might want to add some more patches, just one or two patches of something else into the Elatine to have some detail in it later after they are grown together. It's up to you to decide to improve the tank a little bit. Having a nano tank is a nice thing because you can always tweak it a little bit. I want to show you the light, guys. I'm really excited because we have this nano tank light here with us, ONF light. You guys tell me, what does it stand for, ONF? One night F, or I don't know. Victor told me not to joke about this, but I just have to joke all the time, you know me. It's the best light from Taiwan at this moment, and it's the rose gold color. You can see it now. It has many features that are really absolutely needed for a nano tank. One of these features is the adjustability. You can adjust the height, you can adjust the depth, you can adjust the strength of the light, and finally guys, it's one of the lights that is strong enough to have a proper nature aquarium in a nano tank. We didn't have that before in the LED section, and we're really happy to have this light here with us. The rose gold flat one is here in green aqua, and I'm gonna screw on the bottom part. I have not used this before, but at the Green Aqua Gallery we've been testing one of these guys for months now. Like that. I don't really like the fact that this one is in the front, so I'm just gonna move it to the other side. And and it's gonna look much better there. Really good thing about it is that you can adjust the height. There's a little rubber ring here, which you can just move down a little bit. And if you move it down, then the light will stand higher. And if you move it up, then the light will stand lower. Okay guys, the aquarium is ready, the light is ready, let's switch it on. There's a switch on the bottom of it. If you keep pushing it, the light will turn on. Wonderful, wonderful strength. I really love it. All we have to do now is to fill it up with water, to have the filtration plugged in, to have the filter hoses, to have the CO2 system. You have a lot of nice glass things from ADA here, specially made for nano tanks. This is the outflow, and this is the bubble counter that will go on with a hose to the diffuser, and we will put the diffuser probably on the opposite side from the outflow, so that the water will be pushed down here and it will work against the bubbles that are coming out from the diffuser. Okay, so this is it. Let us know what you think, guys. I hope you really like this aquarium and you're not gonna say that this is the ugliest aquarium made by a pro again. Let's see how it looks like when it's filled up. And thank you for joining us to this video for this week. And I hope that you like the Green Aqua YouTube channel. If you do, please subscribe and please hit the bell button to get notified of our future uploads. And until next week, goodbye.